Linda, how are you?
Okay, Keith, I'm fine,
Good.
thank you.
I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah,
Can I
nice
get a
seeing you
hug?
too. Yes, you certainly can.
Good. Now, normally when I see you, you're in gym clothes, and I'm in gym clothes. Well, I'm
Right.
still in gym clothes now.
Yep.
but now I get to see you. You look so great.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Well, this is all part of being part of the ToBeRe program.
Thank you. Now, how old are you? For people that don't know.
69.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always telling people when we do exercises, and you see Linda put in the work and how good and skilled she is, and someone who is much younger is struggling. I'm like, 69 over here. Like, what are you doing? And so we have so much fun with
Yeah,
it.
we do. We try to embarrass people.
In a fun way,
In
a
a
loving
fun way,
way.
but a nice way, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you were just such an inspiration to me,
Yeah.
and I'm so grateful that we met some 9 years ago when you
Yeah.
came and did our Cancer Survivors Workshop. And I did that in collaboration with Dr. Don Norfeld and another person we both know, Debbie Gallagher.
Yep.
And it was just such a great experience for me. I learned so much because personally, I didn't have anyone that I was personally connected with who had cancer. So I didn't know anyone. So you and those other ladies that we worked out with were the first people I knew that had cancer. So I learned a lot. I came in very eager to contribute, to learn, and you guys taught me so much. But this is not about me, it's more about you.
Sure.
And I just want you to share a little bit with the people that may watch this. What was life like prior to ToBeRe when we met and you learned that you had cancer?
Oh, prior to having cancer, life was great. It was family oriented. I did everything with my family. We were happy. Everything went along smoothly. And then I found out that I had cancer, and it was just like I thought it was the end for me. And
When you say end, like life is over,
Life-
you're gonna die.
life is over, and all I thought was death is going to be knocking on my door soon. So I just thought that was it. And then I started to think, how am I going to help my family before that day comes?
Wow, it was just
No.
like, I mean, coming out on the other side of it, that was not even in your thinking.
No, not when they first told me. It wasn't even my thinking. It was automatically death.
Wow.
Yep.
And so, you got treated at Mayo Clinic, and your oncologist was,
Dr. Don Northfeld,
okay, and your radiologist?
Michelle Halliard.
Okay, great. So what was that like, creating having that team around you? What did they help you with?
Oh, they helped me immensely. Dr. Norfelt, I know I probably drove him crazy because I went in a couple of times. I wanted statistics. I'm a figure person. I worked in accounting. I want to know, having chemo, how it's going to help me get better from, 80, how much, 15% more. Well, 15% more didn't make sense to me. Then I went and I saw from my radiologist, I saw Michelle Halliard. She's the most loving person in the world. She was just so great. I had two great, fantastic doctors. I couldn't ask for anything better. They helped me through a lot, and they walked me through. Not only did they help me while I was in there as their patient, they helped me outside of my work and my lifestyle at home too.
Like, give me an example of that. Like, how did they help you outside of work?
Oh, like for
Outside
instance,
of being their care?
well, I joined ToBeRe. Dr. Norfeld asked me to join ToBeRe.
So I owe him a big
So
thanks
you
and a
owe-
big
yeah,
hug and a
yeah.
high five, right?
Yes, you certainly do. It was because of him, so I came to the class and I took the cancer course that you had here, the program you had here. So, and he came every morning to the class, him, Debbie Gallagher, and all his whole crew. They came and they made sure they took care of all of us cancer patients that were in this class. And for as Michelle, I belong to diversity group at Mayo Clinic, and Michelle was part of that diversity group, and they knew my husband couldn't cook. So they bought me meals. Michelle came to my
What?
house and delivered the
Dr.
meal.
Halliard brought you meals and
Yep,
food?
Yep.
Man.
And I've met her years and years ago when I came to Arizona, so she's really, really a great person.
Wow.
So they treated me like a human being, and they were very helpful. I don't know if they ever knew how helpful they were to my recovery and me getting better. They were a big part of it, as well as ToBeRe.
One of the things that, we kind of talked about here that I know from you is that you have a strong work ethic, you're disciplined, you have an incredible integrity. When you say you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it.
Definitely.
And you like being in control. So here comes cancer.
Yeah.
and you don't have any control over it. And so you're a person that does so much for others. What was it like not being able to do for others,
Yeah.
do for yourself, and having to rely on other people? What was that like for you?
That was really tough for me because, like you said, I always control everything, and I kind of like ran my whole family structure, where they're going to go, what they're going to do, how they're going to do things.
Yeah.
So it was like, as you know, how I am at ToBeRe, it's always a
Right.
controlling thing.
I love it.
Yeah, and so that, I felt so helpless. It was really, it was a big change in my life. It made me so helpless. I felt like I couldn't do anything. I mean, even just getting up to take a shower was like a big project for me.
Right.
And I have to say thank God for my husband. He was there. He
He's a
was there with
rock,
me
huh?
all the way through. He was my rock. Without him, I would have never been able to do this. And my kids, they were really good. When my husband couldn't make it with me to the I can't think of the word, chemotherapy.
Right.
My children did go with me. They would take turns and they would go with me. So,
So you had great support.
so I had great support.
You know, and I understand that part of when your hair was, you know, tell me about your relationship with your hair. What was that like going through the chemotherapy and stuff like that? Because you told me something, you know, off camera about how, you know, your husband helped you through a period of that, you know, because you couldn't sleep. So tell me about what it's like when you first started losing your hair.
Okay. Well, when I had gone for chemo class, they said 2 days of your medication, and after 2 injections, you're going to be losing your hair. I said, okay. And I thought nothing about it. Well, then as my hair started to fall out, and I don't know, it was a terrible sensation on my head, and I couldn't sleep. That was driving me crazy for days. My husband was nice enough. One day, my son had gone out and he came home and he says, and I said to him, you know, you gotta take this hair off. I can't sleep. This is ridiculous. So he had my son Ryan shave my hair off, and I said, you know, just shave it off. And of course, he was a little hesitant. He said, oh, I can't do that. And I said, no, please, I got to. So my husband insisted that he shaved my hair off so I could sleep that night. He shaved my hair off, and I slept like a baby because I had no more of that prickly feeling in my
Right.
head. But my hair's always been a problem with me.
And your husband Joe shaved his head too.
Yes, he did. And so my husband, because I shaved my head, he said, don't worry about it, you don't look that bad. And so he shaved his also. I hated the way he looked, but I told him, grow yours back.
I love it. I love it. So, you know, so a lot of your time, not only were you going through this physically, and you had to also go through it emotionally because you were helpless depending on others, your sense of self-worth, your identity, all of that was just in tatters, right? It was just diminished, and you didn't know who you were,
Right.
you know, or who you would be, and if you would survive the whole thing. Talk to me a little bit about, you know, your confidence. Did you have confidence? Did you not have it?
Oh, no, I had no confidence at all. I felt everything was hopeless for me. Everything was, I think so at one point I was probably a little depressed or whatever, but not seriously depressed enough. But I just lost all confidence. I didn't think I could ever do anything again. I never thought I'd ever get back to this, what I am today.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was a turning point? What changed your mindset, you know, or changed your outlook on life?
Well, a lot of things. I think it was the people in my life, my family, and my husband who always thought positive and said, you know, this is not the all end. People live after cancer, and he pumped that into my head so many times. And then I joined ToBeRe, and with Dr. Norfeld's group. Once I joined,
I met you. Yeah, we started working together.
we worked together.
And became family.
And we certainly did. It's a great community to belong to. And I started seeing things, and I'd say, boy, I can do that. I know I can do that, you know. So I kept pushing myself a little further and a little further. So every day I do a little more. Every time I came to class, I did a little more. And then I told myself, Linda, you can do this. And I kept telling myself this. And my husband would tell me as I was walking out the door, you're going to be fine. You can do this, you know. And I continued doing it. And today I'm happy that I stayed with it. I mean,
Right.
It was the commitment that I put into it and the time and effort I put into it. It was really helpful. And the people at ToBeRe that were there to support me through the whole thing.
So-
you really need a support group.
The community makes a big difference,
Oh,
doesn't it?
big difference.
And the type of community.
Yeah.
So if you got a community like ToBeRe, you know, we're unconditional support, love, positive energy. We care about the whole as opposed to the individual. We all win. You know, that's the motto in ToBeRe. Everyone
Right.
must win. So with that in mind, the kind of people you surround yourself with, whether they're positive or negative, loving or a victim mentality, what kind of difference does that make?
Oh, it makes a big difference. You need to surround yourself with positive people that are thinking positive, and that's going to help your cause. it's, you know, the ToBeRe, it's not about we're coming here, we're gonna gossip about people or talk about things like this. It's constantly encouraging. They encourage you, you know, even if you do something halfway is better than no way at all.
Right.
So, and they encourage you, so then you keep going further and further. Before you know it, you're at the top, you're doing everything everybody else can do, you know? And sometimes I look at myself and I say, I don't believe I can do this. I know those girls are 40 and I'm 69 and I can do what they do. So, I mean, but it's always an encouragement. So I think you can't go to the gym and say, this is what I found, I just couldn't join a gym and say, I'm going to the gym every day. Because I'm working on my own. I have to push myself and motivate me. There's no one there to help me
Right.
and encourage me.
Right.
But belonging to a group like this, ToBeRe, and belonging to a group like this here, you have encouragement from everybody, from you, from my person sitting next to me on the spin bike, and
Shelley, yeah.
Shelley, it's just constantly. So it just never ends.
That's
Yeah.
so great. You know, we talked about, you know, the importance of community, and I have this, you know, quote that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And so you're part of my 5, so my average is so high. Like, it is so high. Another question I have for you is, we talked about how did you, on the days you can feel like going to do exercise, which I think it happens to people who aren't dealing with cancer or cancer survivors, is tough enough, people don't want to get up.
Right.
With cancer, on those days you didn't want to get up, what was different? I mean, did you say, I'm going no matter what? I mean, you have that level of discipline, commitment, and integrity.
Right.
How did you get through those days and still make your workouts?
Well, a lot of it was commitment. If I went to the class on Wednesday, and we had a class like maybe Friday, and I told you I was coming, and I've told my friend Shelley or someone else that I was coming, it was a commitment. I made the commitment, so I followed through on it. So that was very important. And I feel that when we make a commitment here, everybody seems to stick to their commitment,
Right.
you know, unless something drastically happens.
Right.
But if it does, we'll contact you and say, look, this is unusual, this happened, but for the most part, it's a commitment. And I don't want to disappoint anybody.
Right.
I told you I'm going to do something, I'm the type of person I'm going to follow through.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how do you feel after your workout?
Oh, I just feel great. Some mornings I come in, and as you well know, we exercise crazy at 4:30 in the morning.
Right.
Most people tell me we're crazy. I'm retired, I can stay in bed. Why am I getting up to come to exercise at 4:30 in the morning? Well, because I want to be healthy. So when I come to the exercise at 4:30 in the morning, I get up sometimes, it's like, we might be dragging. Well, the first song comes on at the spin class. I like it because you always seem to play the right song.
Thank you.
And it just motivates me. After that, I'm good. I go home and you can ask my husband, I'll do 2 classes on Fridays. I go home and I wash all my windows by myself, and I'm up and down the ladder.
You know, I know, that's what I tell everybody. I tell everybody, my most productive days are on the days after I work out.
Yep.
So we get home in the morning at 6:30. The next 4 hours, I'm on fire.
Me too.
Are you too?
Oh,
Like,
oh,
super
yeah,
productive.
super. By noontime, my whole house, all my work is done, meals are cooked, and then I say, well, get the rest of the day, now I can do what I want to do.
Right,
So
yeah.
it's really great, it really motivates you, it pushes you to the next level. And I know you're probably thinking, I'm just saying this, but you have to really go through it so that you can actually see what
Right.
it really feels like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, just a few more questions because I don't want to
Sure.
hold, I don't want to take up all your day. And do you have, okay, so when you went through cancer, going to back up just a little bit, when you went through cancer, did you feel like it was unfair or that your body had let you down? Did you feel that? And then after you started working out, did you develop confidence in your body again?
Yeah, I just felt that my body had just expired. It didn't want to do anything anymore for me. I had lost all my confidence. But then, as I kept coming to the gym and I kept exercising, I saw the weight coming off, and I'm eating healthy, and I'm reading all these things, and Dr. Norfeld's sending all these things, and people saying, people all saying, if you eat healthy and exercise, that, perhaps your cancer won't come back. Well, it's been 11 years, and knock on wood, the cancer hasn't come back yet. So I'm hoping that maybe what I'm doing, I'm giving myself a chance. If nothing else, I'm going to continue exercising.
Right.
I'm going to continue eating healthy as much as I can. Some days I do have my ice cream.
Right.
But I'm sure we all do, but I think to make that part of my life.
Right.
And to me, it's not a chore. It's just part of my life that I do
Right.
it. And it's not like I'm on a diet. I don't talk about dieting. I don't talk about all that stuff.
Right.
I just talk about getting up, exercising, and eating healthy, and having a good community to support me in the background.
Oh, those things are,
It's so important.
those 3 are so
Yeah.
incredible, essential tools to living a really healthy life, especially one as a cancer survivor. I know I said only one more question, but I got to ask this
That's
one.
not one.
what role has has nutrition played in how you feel, how you look, and your mindset?
It's made me feel much better with my body, the way my body looks. The nutrition has really helped me. I think it's helped me physically, because by eating the proper foods and eating correctly, I can come to the gym and I can do almost anything, as you well know.
Yes.
And I'm always telling you, Keith, don't tell me I can't do that. Let me just try it, and then I'll tell you I can't do that.
I know, I want to keep you safe.
Yeah,
You're like, no, I want to try. They're doing it, I'm trying.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So nutrition and the exercise, the nutrition is so important. Because I notice with a lot of people, they'll say, I was out the night before and I didn't eat right. So you see it in your performance.
Right.
So it's very important to stay on top of nutrition. Yes.
That's so great. And in our community, nutrition is such a big part of what we do too. I think we put more emphasis on that over the exercise. And I'm sure, being a cancer survivor and working with the doctors there at Mayo, that they talk to you about the importance that nutrition plays in and reducing sugar and things like that.
Exactly.
With cancer.
Yeah.
Well, Linda, I'm just like super grateful to you for everything, and your family. Before we go, your family. What has this commitment that you've had regarding daily exercise and movement, eating healthy, surrounding yourself with positive people in addition to your family, what has that meant to your family? Like, what does it mean to your husband, Joe? What does it mean to your kids?
Well, they've all seen a big change in me from when I cancer to after cancer, and exercising to after exercise, and exercising now. They've all seen a big difference in me. I feel better about myself, and I know my hair is still one of my biggest issues, but it's not an issue. I kind of like ignore it a little now. I'm not relying, and I don't have to rely on them for anything. But they see that I'm so much healthier. They see that, how I look. They're always complimenting, gee, Ma, you look great for 69, and stuff like that. So, I think it's put a positive spin to my family. Joe and I have always been close, but as you well know, he signs me up for all my classes. I couldn't even tell you a day. He's always pushing me out the door. Don't forget, Linda, you got to go to exercise tomorrow. Get to bed on time. You got to get your rest.
Right.
So it's stuff like that. So it's really helped my family. My family just loves it. They love me coming to the gym.
Right, because they get a happier, more confident you, huh?
Yeah.
And you worry less, everything, huh?
Yeah. The worry's gone. So it's less things for me to worry about now, because I know I'm healthier now.
I've told you this before, but what you mean to my life. I mean, you're my second mom.
Oh, yeah.
And, and I'm just you're inspiration to me. I use you all the time as an example of the kind of person that I want to be. Not just, physically, of course, because you're 69 and you're just crushing it when it comes to fitness. Your level of integrity, your commitment, how you show up, the way you love me. I mean, when I've had tough times, your love has been a rock. You and Joe, and unconditional love just all the time. And so I just want to let you know, like, what you mean to me,
That's really
and
nice.
how grateful I am to you. You know how much I love you.
Oh, I know you do. And Keith, at the same token, you've always been there for me when I was struggling with the cancer program, and how weak I came into some of the classes at 4:30 in the morning, and how you continued encouraging me. I mean, I don't think I could have gotten to this point where I am in life and looking halfway decent and feeling good about my body and eating well, without all the help and support that you gave me, because sometimes you used to give me special support on the side when I'd say, okay, this is not working for me, but the encouragement. So I think it works both sides, and once I find someone that you've made so much, your commitment was so great to me, I figured I need to give you something back in return too.
And you do,
Yeah,
you do.
so.
I love you, thank you
Okay,
so
love you,
much.
Keith. Yeah.
Thank you.